famed Bimini Big Game Club where ocean shelves plummet. And that's where monster wahoo hover.
I would say that's the right species.
Wahoo are a torture test for tackle, whether knots or reels.
Feels like he's got some weight to him.
But off Bimini, challenges aren't limited to wahoo.
Oh, he just went airborne. What is a dolphin? Well, so it came up in the air. Not a wahoo, a decent mahi. It's one of the nicest things. Fishing around here is that essentially almost everything you catch is great table fare. You know what? I think this is a gaff size mahi right here. Oh, I'm gonna bring him right to you. Okay. There, right there. Quality bull mahi. Gorgeous fish, good fighter, good eat.
The sunlight draining from the day ups the odds on wahoo.
We've been trolling around all day, chasing these wahoo around Bimini. You can see it's getting late in the day, the sun's getting low. One of the things about these wahoo is they like low light conditions. We've got about another half hour before we're going to pull the plug. Hopefully something will happen. If not, well, we've got tomorrow.
Across the water, on the docks at Key West, hundreds of aged hippies wait for the sunset's mystical green flash. But here, Fred has other things to do.
You did such a good job with those wahoo last night, I figured I'd give you these two, see what you can do with these.
Well, I'm going to stuff the grouper.
All right, you bring them up to the kitchen, you work your magic.
Yeah, I'll work them out.
All right.
You won't find better seafood than in Bimini. Under the docks, the bull sharks, the ocean's Hannibal Lecters, have a feast laid out for them, with everything except maybe some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Above the water, though, Fred and his fellow fishermen are dining on the finest that the Bimini Big Game Club has to offer. Now, it's time for the sharks to sit down to the table. This morning, Fred's made sure he's at the dock on time.
These wahoo pretty much eat anything. So you could essentially troll weighted, skirted squid, islanders, things like this. We're trying to get our baits down a little bit deeper in the water column, given that we're going to be going 16 knots. So I'm setting these back. Got one 400 feet and one at 300 feet. We're fishing 2 rods right now. Hopefully it happens.
It's been a struggle here in Bimini. The bite is slow, and the number of quality whoos brought aboard has not been many.
Quality fish right there, huh, Paul?
Between that and tackle mishaps, the only ones getting enough fish to eat are the bull sharks. But luck can change.
Fish! There he is! Like the water! Now, as if this lure wasn't far back enough, fish probably took about 300 yards on that run. Be here for a little bit. Bit on one of the long rods we were trolling. Way too long of a butt for me to strap into it. So I'm gonna have to fight it out of the rod holder. Now when I get them up both sides, you're gonna sling a gaff in them. We'll bring them over on this side. Yeah, it's a decent fish. It's a nice hoo there. It's a respectable fish. Yeah. He's a good 45, 50. Not quite a monster. Just wouldn't mind getting one with another 30 or 40 pounds on him. Probably got another cuda on here. Not the fish we want, but they've got at the Bimini Big Game Club that I'm gonna get in this afternoon, and I had a feeling the bull shark's gonna be mighty happy I showed up with this guy. I'm about to go get rid of our barracuda. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this. The producers made me do it, actually, that's why.
Can I have your boat if something tragic happens?
You can have the little one, you can have the Intrepid.
All right.
It's nice knowing you.
Fred has brought himself down to the level of the bull shark, literally. It's maybe the most dangerous shark of all, inhabiting shallow coastal waters and able to swim up freshwater rivers for hundreds of miles. Many attacks thought to be by white sharks are actually made by bulls. Watch those fingers, Fred. Out of the shark cage, Fred and Paul have one more shot at wahoo. This time, with the help of a local who's a legend on wahoo.
So we're heading back out to fish the ledges off of Bimini. Get out a little earlier today. We've enlisted the help of Mac, one of the locals on the island. He's got really good knowledge of the waters and where these wahoo roam on any given day, on any given tide. It's still really overcast, but hopefully the fish will still be on the chew. Optimistic about it.
Wind's coming out of the north, so it can be a little choppy up there.
For Mac, Bimini's weather is no surprise as the storm blows in.
About 15 miles north of Bimini, there's a big cold front pushing in, which has reared its ugly face right behind me. Hopefully this cold front's going to get the fish chewing a little bit.
It's a race now between the gathering storm and one of the swiftest swimmers in the sea.
It's not a wahoo, though. Something that hopped on this. Real small, though. Probably a little cuda, a mackerel, something like that. Just a stinky cuda.
This cuda isn't the only thing with teeth. That storm front could take a big bite out of the fishing. Temperature plummets, pressure changing.
Front came in on us pretty quick. We started getting dumped on torrents of rain, so we pulled the lines in, Paul hit the throttles, we ran a few miles away from the storm. With the radar overlay on the GPS, we can tell which way the storm is moving. Now, as soon as it passes up above us a little to the north, we'll swing back around and really hammer that ledge where we really want to be fishing.
Even if the storm doesn't pass, Fred knows that for Paul, Mac, and himself, the hunt has been worth it. In the waters of Bimini.